Hi guys, this is the third time I've shot this video. Not in as many days. I've done this video a couple times. It just wasn't ever coming out the way that I wanted it. The points I was trying to get across always came out wrong. And so I'm tired of being misquoted. I'm tired of people telling me what I'm saying when I'm not actually saying that. So we're gonna try one more time. This is the last time I'm gonna shoot it. I actually have shot it. This is the video. So this is the video, Voyager, Cold Steel Voyager. Let's take a look at it. Like I said, I have filmed this. I'm warm. I've been busy. I've filmed this video 3 different times. And what always happens is I say something in the video that I know that some of the fanboys out there are going to go, oh, see, he just hates cold steel. I do not, let me get this out straight. First of all, I do not hate cold steel. I said this in a live feed this morning before we ever start on this. I feel about Spyderco, Cold Steel, and Benchmade. I feel the same about all of them. I'm disappointed in a company that I really liked that has taken a really good product and they've dropped off. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Cold Steel's quality has improved, their quality control. Now, this knife is not brand new. I didn't buy it brand new. It's got some edge issues, some significant edge issues, but overall, still a really well-built knife. So what we're gonna talk about is, this is the Cold Steel Voyager large, not extra large, the Cold Steel Voyager large in CTS BD1. Not BD1N, CTS BD1. Now, this is a triad lock. Pocket clip is not completely reversible, but what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna turn it around and we're gonna look down on this and we're gonna look at this knife and I'm gonna show you the things that I love about Cold Steel knives and some of the things I wish they would improve. Because overall, I love Cold Steel knives. I really do. They've done terrific for years. I just, like I said, I get on them in videos because I wish they would improve their quality control, which they have been. So let's take a look at this, the Voyager in CTS BD1. All right, guys, so let's take a good look at this. This is the Cold Steel Voyager large in CTS BD1. Now, this is a good steel. It's not one of my favorites. It's a really good steel, but it is not one of my favorites. It takes a really good edge. This is the Tanto version. You got a nice hollow with a flat ground front. And as you can see, the lines are nice and clean. You can see your grind lines. There's not a whole lot of... Didn't see much in the way of a difference from side to side on this one. Sometimes what will happen is you'll get one that's ground deeper on the hollow on one side than the other. That's one of the things Cold Steel does well. Hang on a second, let me close that door, guys. So Cold Steel does a really good job on it. Now, the issue I have is, once again, we've got a very minimal choil that's real close, and you can see where they've had issues with the grinding. That is factory grind. That's not anything anyone else has done. That's one of the things that on some of the older Cold Steels has happened. But like I said, CTS BD1 with triad lock. Like I said, the most robust, the best lock, in my opinion, in the business for robustness and strength. It is a thumb stud opener. The thumb studs, well, we'll get to the things about it that I don't like. I love the way this feels in hand. I don't know if you guys can see that. That just is perfect in hand. No hot spot from the pocket clip. Nothing. It's got a pistol grip to it, and it just feels real natural in your hand. Now, that is a good thing, how comfortable it feels. There is a downside to that, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. It does have reversible pocket clips, but you have to have them both. And unfortunately, I do not have the matching one to this for the left side, for left-hand carry. That's okay, though. Probably never going to carry it left-hand carry. Action on this is fairly smooth for the amount of tension that's on this lock bar, on the locks, the mainspring, it is really robust, as all triad locks are. You've got to push. You got to put some significant pressure, see, to disengage that lock. Super, super secure lockup. No blade play, because these are steel-lined FRN handles, or Grivery, or whatever Cold Steel is calling their plastic, resin, or their fiberglass reinforced nylon, or whatever they're calling those. As you can see, it is a completely sealed back, like almost all the Cold Steels with Triad lock are. That's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is you're not going to have keys and things fall down in and hit up against your blade, but the downside is it's a lot harder to get any gunk and junk out of there. So let's take a quick look at how much this thing weighs. So we're looking at 5 ounces even. Now that's kind of heavy compared to something comparable with another knife with FRN grips, which is 3 1/4. But the fact is that this is a much thicker, larger blade. Real thick blade stock on this. Nice thick blade stock, ground down fine, takes a good edge. But like I said, the grip on this, everything that I don't like about Tantos and about some of the Cold Steel knives and some knives, this has some of those same features that I really don't like, but the fact is that grip is so comfortable that you're like, I can kind of overlook some of those things. But there is some downsides. There's some problems. There are a few problems with this knife. It's nothing major. Like I said, it's got a really super robust lock. I'm not going to complain about the strength of that lock spring, because I want the strength of that lock spring, because I got a Triad lock. They are amazing locks. The issues that I see, the issues that I have, I was talking about the thumb stud. The thumb stud can be really aggressive. So if you don't, I've got really callous thumbs. It doesn't bother me. If you happen to be a lefty, that is going to just tear your thumbs up. So you have to flip this. I flipped some of these before. It's not as straightforward as it seems. You can really strip this screw out, and then you've got more problems where it's even sharper. Other problem, I don't like the size of that finger. I don't like the size of this sharpening choil, because it needed to come out further to account for how badly this was ground. I mean, you can see, let's take a good look. Let's zoom in. That's factory grind. That's a real low spot, very deeply cut in. There's another spot here at the front. You can see here where they went a little deep here compared to the other side, which is still pretty coarse. I haven't finished sharpening this knife. I will say, though, that the point here, like I said, where these 2 points marry, they did a really good job. It's just that factory edge grind. Now, I've used this knife a lot. And the last thing I'd say that I really don't like about it, for as comfortable as it is in hand, in use, it feels awkward. It puts the blade at an awkward angle in reference to your hand because of this really curved handle. For a straight blade like this, that's going to be kind of a problem. If you look at a Cold Steel versus the Spyderco, the way they sit, Spyderco kind of has that whole curved thing, but you see how much more the blade drops down on the Spyderco, and it gets you, the way you address your work material is different. You can see the difference in the way it feels in hand. Other than that, those are just the things. Those are just little minor, little picky things that I find. A lot of people are going to tell you that those don't matter. And the fact is, I'm not a fan of Tantos anymore. This is the only Tanto that's in my collection other than my Auto. The Microtech Auto, and the only reason I kept that is because it's my daughter's. She liked that knife, and I'm going to let her have it. So, yeah, I like the fact that this is not like a sealed construction. You can actually take this apart if you need to. I've seen people take these apart and modify them. It is relatively easy to clean because the fact is it doesn't have bearings and stuff like that you got to worry about taking out. And not even so much the bearings. Like, I don't care about that. This is one of those knives where you can just spray it out down here. You're not going to have too many problems. This is a pretty not super tight pivot. The tension that keeps this knife shut is from here. Has nothing to do with anything lock bar or anything like that. And that's what makes it nice. It's easier to clean up that way. You can shake it shut if you need to, but it is a rather nice large knife by Cold Steel. But like I said, in the big scope of things, the little things about this knife, I carry it because it's comfortable. If I was gonna have to pull this out and just need something just to use, it would not be too difficult to use. It does feel uncomfortable. It would not be something I would be grabbing if I was gonna do a lot of cutting, because I think that different, the way that the blade is set at a different angle, I think that would bother me if I was doing like a lot of cutting. If say I was cutting down cardboard, like I had a bunch of stuff that I had to cut down, or if I was gonna be out and I knew I was gonna be doing a lot of bushcraft stuff, this would not be the knife I would reach for. It really wouldn't be, because the way that handle feels in hand and the way you address it, I think that would start to get uncomfortable. It's not optimal for me because of the shape of my hand and the way I like to cut. There's a lot of people that just love this knife, and I'm not gonna say I don't. My big problem is that there's some stuff that Cold Steel could be fixing on these knives and be taking a harder look at. So when you guys hear me bag on and say things about, I love Spyderco Enduros, but I find flaws with them and it irritates me. I like pretty much anything Cold Steel's made. I just get upset because a company that I liked, a company that I had sorry, I can't ever seem to get that level. A company that I like, that I find their products appealing and things like that there's just things on execution that's hit or miss. I just find that irritating. The same with Benchmade, same with Cold Steel, same with Spyderco. They're companies that I truly, truly loved and want to love again because they were putting out really, really good quality products. And then they just let their quality drop. But that's happened with a lot of companies. CRKT, Gerber, how many others can we call in on that and say that their quality has dropped, but their prices have increased? And so it's not a good look. I find it disproportional for what you're paying for what you're getting. I do understand companies have to make money, but I understand that they also have to take care of their customers, and sometimes they're just not. But that's it, guys. Cold Steel Voyager, I would not hesitate to recommend this if you were looking for a comfortable knife to have in your pocket for something you know is reliable. Now, I will say this, any of the Cold Steel folding knives would be something that you definitely could rely on. They sell a good product at a fair price. They just have some quality issues that I get upset with. Cold Steel's knives, nowhere near as boutique style as like Spyderco or some of the other much more high priced brands that I'm finding flaws with and issues with. So guys, that's it. That's it. Finally got the video done. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but tell me why. Or at least try, kind of explain. And I get it, not everybody has the same take on things. If you would like to try and help support my daughter's ice skating when she gets back here in a couple days, there will be a GoFundMe link in the description below. I always put it there, and I'm not saying I definitely want everybody should donate. Just share it. If you see my daughter skate, it's worth the share. In this corner will be a video that YouTube thinks you like. Down here is going to be a link to my buddy Ashton's channel, and Ashton and I are thinking something that you guys might find interesting. We will make that announcement later. So down there is a link to his channel. Up here is a subscription link to my channel, and down here is a Patreon link if you choose to support the channel. I am going to be redoing the Patreon giveaway because I only had 2 people log in, and one of them said, yeah, redo it. So I will put up another video just specifically for the Patreon so that they can get in on that giveaway. If it turns out the same way it did last time, I'm just sending them a flip a coin. If I only have 2 people, I'll flip a coin. So that's it, guys. Take it easy. I love you all. Thanks for being in the live feed. If you guys are looking for what used to be the Hornet, but now is the Stonefish, they are on Blade HQ as a item that's coming. So if you want to get notified when they show up, click the email button below it. on their page about the knife. So it's the 919 stonefish. Guys, love y'all. Take it easy. The wife and kid get back in like 2 days. I can't tell you how excited I am. Don't expect a lot of videos between now and then, until basically the week of Vegas, because I haven't seen him for a month. So you guys take it easy. I love you, and I'll see you next time.